Yeah, we're looking good, dude.
Golly.
Oh my god. Alright, now that the edge of the session's over.
Okay.
Alright.
I don't think it's over.
I don't even know what episode we're on, to be honest with you. I forgot to look, but anyway.
I can look.
Alright, look for it.
100th episode! Woo! Let's fucking go.
Everybody drop likes and subscribe and donate some money, please.
Alright. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be just kind of hitting on a couple topics. Fitness, little world events that's going on right now. Kind of going to be a little all over the place, spitballing. Probably going to be a shorter pod if I had to guess. But anyway, don't forget to check us out on Instagram and TikTok at GHG18 for more fitness-related content. And for Spotify listeners, this podcast is posted to YouTube for those who prefer to also watch. We hope you're having a good day so far, and we're glad to be a part of it. So, for the first question... We've got. You can't even fucking find it.
I can't spell your name, dude. Whatever the fuck it is on.
Hey, it's all right. But first question, we got fitness question coming up. So we're talking about motivation versus discipline. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let y'all talk about that shit real quick. I'm just gonna see what were your thoughts on that.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about motivation versus discipline. Go. Come on, Will.
You go.
Let's talk about discipline.
Well. If you were getting whipped.
Oh, okay. All right. Whoa, okay. Go again, Will. Let's try.
The whole introduction again, bro.
Let's try a different answer.
All right, lock in, bro. Come on now.
Okay. Man, we're gonna have to think. We didn't think this over at all before the pod.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
Cut in line. So, discipline, right? So you got motivation and you got discipline. But only one you can keep going for a large amount of time. Motivation is more of a short-term thing where, like, you lay in bed and you're like, man, my life's so fucked up, bro. I gotta lock the fuck in. That's motivation.
That's true.
Bro, you're cooked. You're like,
I'm so cooked, bro.
You're cooked, bro. You're just chilling there like, damn. Look at the ceiling
pay my
fan.
student bills, bro.
Look at the ceiling fan. Ain't even took a shower yet. Fucking grimy as hell because you've been gaming or some shit. Yeah, you fucked.
Yeah, you're cooked, bro. You have no hope.
That's straight up just motivation. That's like God trying to get like one last push in on you.
Well, really, to be more relatable.
He's trying to say he censored himself right now. That's how I see it.
To be more relatable, the motivation is short term because you've got people that want to get fit for a woman. Or guy, or whatever. And obviously, once you get that woman or guy, then you start getting fat again, or you give up, or whatever. So motivation is obviously short term for that reason.
Yeah.
And or, if you're hanging out with your best friend or something, motivation to get stronger with them. That's not gonna last either.
And then they fucking move away, and then it's like, damn, now I'm going to the gym alone. Damn.
Yeah, then you develop chemical or substance abuse problems, and then you get married and then divorced, and your life's all fucked up.
I thought you were about to start talking about one of our old members for a second.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard substance abuse, and like, I was like, okay, all right, never mind.
As a substance abuser myself.
It is all internal. I mean, you got to find it in yourself to go to the gym every day.
Nah, sometimes.
If you find it in somebody else, I mean, that might get you going, but that's not going to keep you going.
Bro, I think anybody that's gone to the gym for more than a fucking month, like motivation really, I think it can only last like maybe 1 to 2 months max. And I think if you've gone to the gym, at least 6 months to like a year, you've definitely just drug your ass there and fucking just gone through the fucking movements. Like, not even like there's been some days where I'll go, I'm not even really focused on it. And I'll just be going like, okay, we got to get this shit done and I can go home, So I show up, fucking get that shit done. So I don't go the fuck home. I don't even be there, but I'm doing it,
Mm-hmm.
And, some days are bad. Some days I'm like, I'll really want to play on my phone, just fucking sit there and shit. Not even want to be able to, I couldn't even lock in if I wanted to. And I'm like, fuck, And then I'm like, well, I'll like fucking kill it as hard as I can real quick for the next 10 minutes. And then I'll just fucking pack it up, go home. So,
well, honestly, to me, half the battle is showing up, and if you can just make it a habit where you continue to show up for weeks or months, years, then even if you're not there 100% of the time, putting in 100% of the effort, like if you're making it there, you're still getting some type of movement in the right direction, which is important.
I was gonna bid off that. As long as you're there, if you can make yourself get there, you can a lot of times find the motivation while you're there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, or
the hardest part is like getting the fuck up, especially for like you when you come in. Your ass is dragging half the day.
Yeah, bro, you lazy fuck.
What do you want? What's your mind on?
Calling you out, bro. What?
Mine's on fucking hydration, food. And then just resting in fucking AC for a little bit, right? Yeah. So like when you get fucking full, obviously, especially if you're having a lot of carbs, you're gonna get tired. And when you get an AC from being out in the fucking heat or like working where the fuck you're working,
you don't want to do nothing.
You're fucking you're burned. I mean, not only are you sore and fatigued from just the work day, but you're full, you're cooling off. Like, why the fuck do you want to get back out there and fucking break down your body even more and get hot again? So like it kind of goes against everything that like we're innately I think wired to do, which is like just survive. Just like relax.
Be comfortable.
And like like we're comfort creatures most of the time, and like. That's part of the reason why most of the fucking Olympia, level bodybuilders even, and some of the bigger people in powerlifting community, they are like definitely not creatures of comfort. Like they are fucking. Ronnie Coleman, for example, like Ronnie Coleman right now is like broken up like a motherfucker, and not only, I mean, PEDs obviously have a role in that shit, but outside of that, it's just the fact that he had such a sheer will and drive during the golden age of bodybuilding. And he was doing powerlifting, so his body's broke down like a fuck ton because of just how much drive he had, and he drove himself from the ground. But honestly, that's how I kind of want to be. I want to be in my hospital bed, whatever, be like, yeah, I did that shit. I got no regrets. I pushed my body to like the limit. I got my use out of it.
Well, it's really how those people get to that point is they make something that's uncomfortable at first, and they make it a habit and make it comfortable, right? Where people are really. We get used to our environment, and then we don't want to change. So if you're working out consistently over months and years, then eventually it's just something that you do. And if you don't do it, you don't feel like your day went as well as it could have.
Yeah.
Then you
doesn't feel as productive.
Something.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as productive.
Well, it's a good habit.
Yeah.
Really good habit of going.
And that's a good fucking point, though, is because, like, even when you get comfortable, like, so for example, like you just said, you go to the gym, make it a routine, and then you get comfortable in that routine. That's when you like find a lot of lifters, especially if you're a newcomer, you're like, fuck, I'm stagnant. I'm not making any progress. My lifts are the same, or hell, I'm getting weaker. And it's because you're not getting out of your fucking comfort zone. You're going to the gym, you're staying in your routine, and you're keeping consistent and doing enough to do a little bit of maintenance maybe. But you're not going for those extra fucking reps. You're not adding a little bit of extra weight to get that progressive overload. And that's why you're fucking stuck, So that's a good fucking point you brought up about just, make it like your routine can become comfortable, And that's a bad point because sometimes people will just, get comfortable and then they'll just stall out and that'll be it. So, and that can be demotivating actually. Like you're like, fuck, I'm going to the gym.
You go to the gym for progress in a way.
Yeah.
Like everyone is not going to the gym some people are going to the gym just to relieve stress. But a lot of the people that are watching this channel will probably go in there to like change their body, get bigger, get stronger, get more cut. And if you're not seeing any results, if you're going to the gym continually, like that's going to demotivate you really bad. I think it's important to realize that regardless if you're making the body gains, if you're getting the strength, it's still something that you should do for your health regardless. Like you're going to live longer. If you lift weights, you're going to be healthier if you lift weights and do that. So like even if you're not getting 100% of it, you're still getting benefit.
Yeah, I completely agree. And even if you're not wanting to lift weights, just showing up fucking, or even hell, going outside, getting some sunlight, natural sunlight, walking, getting some cardio in that way. Just for overall health. I mean, that's going to fucking not only increase your longevity, but it's just going to help prevent you from kind of developing, cardiovascular diseases and stuff, potentially, and other bad health conditions and diseases you could wind up developing if you live an unhealthy lifestyle, especially if your diet is out of control. And, that can be very costly, whether it's medical bills or, fucking, not even just medical bills from just getting treatments done and shit, but just the medicine. I mean, the fucking big pharma will get your ass, bro. They'll fucking get you hooked. Yep. And every month you'll be like, shit, there's $100 in my fucking pills, And as you get older, another $200 fucking, just keeps getting worse and worse. Now I'm on fucking oxygen and shit.
Yep. I mean, so it's a fucking vicious cycle when it comes to
health, dude. Yeah.
The health, government shit, and anything that you're relying on to just fucking to survive and do what you got to do, And a lot of the time, if you rely on somebody, they'll end up screwing you over. Kind of like, another story that we're thinking about talking about here with the government doing some suspicious things.
Oh yeah, this is something I wanted to bring up, and I think we got some great ideas on how to prevent this happening to you. So before we get into
5 tips to not get raided by the ATF.
Yeah, and before you get fucked, we all get placed on a fucking watch list. Yeah.
I'm not associated with this individual.
Yeah, we're not associated. We're definitely definitely not a threat.
This is actually a fake video. We are all AI generated. So.
We're all gonna get like multiple terabytes of explicit information.
Okay, all right. I don't know where that was going,
man.
man.
Hold on the back of our heads. He killed himself. No. He was such a bad guy.
God, these planes suck. All right. Anyway, all right. Unlock that bad boy back up.
Right.
So basically, the story is going to be looking at, I think the individual was named Brian, and it's pretty recent. So this kind of goes into current events we were talking about in the beginning of the pod. But he basically got raided by the ATF and the local PD. They showed up, had no identification on their vest or their carriers, whatever they had on, nor on their uniforms. So basically, they pulled up to his crib, had tape ready in hand, like a fucking gang, came up there, boop, right on the ring camera and shit, busted that dude's door down. They already cut the electricity off to his fucking house. So bro wakes up fucking crashing and shit, door being fucking broken open. And he tries to turn on the light, electricity don't work, tells his wife to stay in the bedroom, checks down the hallway. He wound up, grabbing his firearm from the nightstand, I think it was a pistol, and he could see shadows moving down the hallway. He told his wife he was going to shoot, try to scare him off, so he shot towards the end of the hallway, not trying to hit him because he didn't have a positive identification on the target. And as soon as he fucking shot like 2 rounds off, he got fucking tapped in the head, fucking killed in his house. And basically, bro was making like $200,000 a year, had a shit ton of money, and was a gun collector and had bought, and the reason for the fucking no-knock raid was because he had bought like 150 guns between the year 2021 and 2024. And this is like, honestly, it's fucking a violation of rights in my opinion, because being able to bust up in someone's crib like that unannounced, like you are basically just, especially when they own guns, like you are expecting a gunfight at that point. Like there's no way you're going to be on top of them quick enough where they're not going to be aware of your presence. And you're putting not only the law enforcement life at risk, but you're taking away all the safety of everybody that's in the house. If they had children or whatever, which obviously I don't think they did, but even the people that are, the innocents in the matter, if they had a family member staying over with them or some shit, And I think it was a lot of negligence with not only the local police department, but also with the ATF. And obviously, I don't think a lot of people, I don't know, but I can't speak for everybody here at the table, but you guys can chime in on this shit, but I don't really support the government as much. I think that we should be kind of set back away from that shit, and they shouldn't have as much, control over people's lives as they do. But especially as we're moving more toward a digital world where they're trying to monitor every fucking micro thing. I mean, I think if you think they're on, if he was an arms dealer or something, putting guns in the hands of fucking illegals or people associated with terrorist organizations, I think that's something that should be investigated and shut down immediately, obviously. But for just a gun collector, I mean, why the fuck would you do to this extent? This almost is like a fucking hit to me. And bro works at a fucking
an airport.
Yeah, an airport. So he's not going to be able to carry a gun because only certain people with credentials and levels of
authority.
Yeah, levels of authority can even have access to fucking carry to a certain extent still at the airport. So I think it'd be safer, honestly, for the fucking ATF or local PD even come down there and pay him a visit at his fucking work, where he's more likely not going to be able to carry, And be like, hey, you need to come with us. We got a few questions. We can talk to you about some shit. Talk about your recent purchases. And he honestly would be fucking, alive today. So I don't know why the fuck this was a tragedy, that unfolded. I don't know why it had to unfold the way it did, but it did.
You know what city this was in?
It was, I want to say Arkansas, but I can't say that for a fact. It's just crazy though. It's almost similar to Ruby Ridge in a way, because
I wouldn't say it's not.
Ruby Ridge was worse,
same,
but it's the fact
that was
of
definitely a premeditated attack where they shot, then a bunch of really off the wall shit. But they tried to kill his whole family.
What started that shit was coming on another man's property without fucking having any contact with him, and under just some suspicion that he was possibly
shooting his dog,
or possibly selling guns and shit, and and shooting their fucking dog first, which fucking wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
dude, I could talk for hours on Ruby Ridge. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's. I personally think that police officers, they're not supposed to be the military. They're not supposed to kick in doors and raid people's houses and everything like that without having to say anything. This is not a war zone. You're a public servant. That's what a police officer is meant to be. You're supposed to protect and uphold the law. And if it if you're knocking down doors and raiding someone's house and then basically wanting him to pull out a gun, it seems like is what the whole purpose of no-knock warrants are.
Yeah.
Is getting the jump on somebody when, like, let's be honest, if someone's in their own private house and then you have to hold them up for 8 to 10 hours, it's not a big deal. Like, no one's going to die. And then you get an option of less collateral damage that way. Like, if you break into a house and you have a no-knock warrant, wife is there, could get killed. Kids are there, could be killed. You know, some family member could be there, could be killed. So it's not worth it. If you knock on a door and the guy wants to put up a fight, then, you know, it is what it is. That guy kind of made his choice. And then at that point, you can get in the house and kill him if he's trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Because you know he's a threat 100%. But if you just knock on someone's house in the middle of the night, cut the lights off, everything, you're asking for an issue. Like, I'm going to bring up the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, when the Breonna Taylor thing happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was an no-knock warrant. And obviously it's not, I don't know the full context.
That's like a he said, she said thing. But that was like, oh, we identified as police officers, we identified ourselves, and then like they were like, you never identified yourselves, we had no idea. And like you just said, like no-knock raids are so fucking dangerous, and it almost always leads to a fucking casualty on either side, almost always.
Because every time those cops go in the door, they're guns up, expecting someone to be shooting at them too. Yeah. It's not just we're here to arrest you. It's here to protect ourselves.
And see, like if they just took like their due diligence to fucking like kind of surveil him for a little bit, you know, have a couple people on him, figure out his fucking routine, and why not when he's coming out the door for fucking work like normal. Fucking, you know, be out there in a damn van, a suburban area, or be right up against like the walls or what the fuck ever, surrounded with fucking rifles. And anybody with a little bit of intelligence will realize like, hey, even if I'm a bad guy and I got fucking 8-9 rifles on me right now, I can't fucking draw, and if I draw, I'm dead as shit. You know, so like, you only have like one option is either death by like suicide by cop, or you fucking like submit. You know what I mean? Like you just fucking like comply.
Well, how is he gonna submit when he doesn't even know that it's police in the building? And he doesn't know who's there.
I'm talking about like he's going to work. Like he's going to work.
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
It's like obviously like they're in uniform and shit, being like, hey, you know, like you start giving commands immediately, identify themselves. But
the thing is, you can't trust the government. This is the ATF we're talking about. Okay, and the federal government. Mm-hmm. They had been surveilling this guy, maybe for months. You said he bought 150 guns within 4 years, 2020 to 2024.
Yeah, or 2021. It's like 3 years, which it's a pretty high amount for 3 years. I'm gonna be honest.
We live in the South. I know at least 2 people that buy maybe double that a year, and resell them.
Yeah.
Nobody gets caught. Nobody gets hurt. We don't have massive shootings here. When's the last massive shooting we've had at our school here? It doesn't happen. Anyway, so they were surveilling this guy because they happened to see he had a lot of guns. They knew that already. They've been surveilling him possibly for 3-4 years. They knew his routine. They knew where he worked. They knew he was going to be asleep at that time. They wanted to kill him. It probably wasn't about the guns. Maybe he had something else.
It's almost like they just want to do it because of like the adrenaline, and they want to play like MP or like military type shit.
That happens a lot.
I think cops, a lot of cops are ex-military.
Yeah.
And people that aren't, they're around ex-military people, so they think, oh, we're gonna bust in this door, we're gonna get this motherfucker, right? Yeah. And it's like, actually no, because you don't know for a fact this guy's committed a crime. So why the hell are you busting down his door with no knock and trying to?
It's way different when you're out there and fucking, trying to think of a nicer PG term for it, but
Turban land,
a little village.
Yeah,
okay, that's a little rough. That's a little rough, Bo. I was gonna say
what do they wear on their head?
I was gonna say a little village. And, you're fucking knocking down doors and, clearing rooms and shit, especially in urban warfare, it's very different. But, like, when you're here dealing with civilians that got, like, a track record and shit and, like, got a fucking 9 to 5 they're showing up to, bruh.
Yeah, I mean.
I think all 3 of this table would say that, the show where they used to catch pedophiles?
Catch a Predator?
Yeah, Catch a Predator. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't be mad if the government busted in their door and accidentally shot them, right? But some random dude that has a...
I don't think I love it, but
I'm just saying...
I put him on trial first and then we can shoot him.
But I'm just saying, he's a predator or rapist or fine, whatever. But a guy that has a couple guns gonna randomly just bust in his house.
Okay,
Like,
you're comparing a child fondler to a fucking innocent man that has some guns, bro. I mean, of course, people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this dude can die, but this dude, come on, bro."
Well, exactly.
Even if he did commit a crime, I still think that's not something they should do.
I'm saying a no-knock warrant will be fine for somebody that you know, and you have text messages and everything else that he's like a rapist or a pedophile. But if you just know he has a lot of guns, you can't just bust in his house for a lot of guns, dude. That's crazy. The Second Amendment right, man.
Yeah, that's even if he was a pure on criminal and they got him with hard evidence of him buying or selling guns illegally, they still, even if he was a criminal, they still should not warrant him because I mean, to me, if you're not warranted, you're a police officer, like you're trying to kill somebody
or trying
to trying to get someone on your fucking
team gun.
Yeah, I mean you're trying to provoke that person into doing some crazy shit, right?
I don't know.
To me,
it's all terrible. I think all police officers should be way.
All police officers should be what?
I'm saying they should all be go through way more training because we know. All right,
we can read this out or leave.
We all know police officers around here that can go through a year and a half of training and be police officers and pull you over and shoot you in the head. That's crazy.
Not even a year and a half.
Hey, I do know some people, maybe from here, maybe from not. Y'all never know. But I do know some people that should probably never have been given guns, for one.
Yeah.
And let alone an authority over another individual.
Yeah.
And let alone the fucking, oh my God, this dude's competent enough to fucking understand the law and fucking be able to do that shit on the street, side of the road. Hell no. You tell me the motherfucker that barely passed high school does that shit? Hell no. That ain't no name.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. Somebody's been known to be a violent, piece of shit individual and then just give him a gun and authority over somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get the point of having military training. We have a lot of friends in military. They have years of training and experience before they even see a battlefield, if they ever do.
Which most people now don't.
Okay.
There is no fucking active. And I guess you can go be at a fucking base and shit, but right now we're not.
But they practice, all the time, and they go through the 9 months of training before they're even actually in the military or whatever. Right?
Like basic?
Not basic.
No, it's fucking...
Basic's 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
But plus they have to go through secondary.
It's
it's about 9 months.
Okay. Well, it's you got all that training for military, but then you've got police officers that's had 6 months training and their mom and dad was a cop and they just give them guns, ARs, shotguns, tasers, batons, everything. A police car that they can just go sit anywhere.
Fucking Charger.
Yeah, a fucking fast-ass Charger.
Yeah.
They can chase down anybody they want. Accidentally. Oh, I thought it was my taser and I shot him in the head. I mean, these accidents should not be happening.
Just
perfect! I'm getting pit maneuver with a fucking pregnant mother with a car full of 4.
Dude,
woo!
We've all seen on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, everything of these pit maneuvers that they're pit maneuvering people through parking lots, killing people. They're going through light poles. Have you seen? Okay,
I've seen a couple. I've seen one where this woman was doing 30 and pit maneuver. She fucking rolled 4 fucking times.
Dude, I've seen them go over 100 miles an hour on a busy highway and kill 3 other innocent people that had nothing to do with it. Okay?
They got shit in the rain.
Last year.
They should not be. It's the same thing as no knock. There should not be no knock, and there should not be pit maneuvers. That's crazy.
I do believe
killing everybody involved.
Well, some departments do have policies on whether they can chase or not, and that's part of the reason.
A lot of them can't chase motorcycles because it's too dangerous. Well, you shouldn't chase anybody.
Well, in New York,
you can trace everything back now. If your license plate's linked to everything.
Yeah, so as long as they get close enough where it's on dash cam, they can fucking read it or some shit. They fucking.
Or send a helicopter. There's no reason to pit maneuver them through a family.
That costs money, bro. And that money goes in somebody's pocket.
If the cops really want to kill somebody, they should get their partner to pull out the gun. Aim out the window and just dome the guy on the head.
That would be less dangerous than flipping a car through several other cars.
In New York.
That's way cooler though when you make a car flip 18 times though.
In New York, a year
catches
ago,
on fire, blows
there was a med student
that brought 8 children in the minivan.
Crosswalk, and there was someone.
Repeat that story out.
Yeah, motherfucker. So med student. I think it was med student. She was walking across like a fucking crosswalk, and there was a fucking vehicle.
Wait, it was a woman though.
Does it really matter?
So there was a police officer that was chasing another vehicle. He'd already went through, and she was crossing a crosswalk. Bro, fucking like ran her over, killed her like almost immediately, and all because he was
she was
like
a student.
Yeah.
How much student debt she have?
Dude, you know that's crazy. It's crazy. I wonder how many hours she worked for free, and like they got free fucking labor for before.
Yeah, a lot.
They ain't got to pay her shit.
They're like, well,
they ain't never got to pay her ass now.
Well, all right, and then they'll go on the news.
Damn, y'all wild today. Y'all own one.
Dude, they'll go on the news and be like, we're so sorry to the family. We're gonna, pay for the funeral and do this and that. Who gives a fuck? You just killed our daughter in a police chase. That didn't fucking matter. You didn't even catch the criminal.
Bro, give me a scholarship in her name, bro. Come on. Chill out.
Yeah,
for all pregnant women or whatever, you can have a scholarship. That doesn't matter, dude. It's insane that they're doing this. And this happens every day in every state in America.
Yeah, well, how much scholarship money is going to be off that scholarship? Here's $200, bro.
All right, let's reel this back in. Reel it back in. Political question was like fucking throwing gas on fire, bro. Fucking went all over the damn place.
You know what? If we still had Trump and
all right, okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to No Not Rage real quick. So one thing we were discussing is maybe like planting explosives in fucking the wall or some shit. Having a bomb. Now, remember, we're not a threat or anything. We're not telling you to do this. But what we were suggesting.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, just a suggestion, like hypothetical. Is you could literally fucking put explosives in the walls and shit, put metal fragments around it and shit, obviously. And make sure the drywall is pretty weakened where it's fucking set at. And be sure, like you said, need to be by support, where it's actually going to collapse the building you're in. And you just got you a little, like, fucking bomb shelter.
Maybe just a little jar of napalm and then stick it to the side of the C4 too. You're in sheeting and stuff. It would be a great idea. So you know how they do sheetrock, insulation, plyboard, nails in the plyboard, right? So great idea. You don't actually need nails. If you dig on the opposite side, napalm glue, that would work. Yeah. Or you just put like a jar of napalm in between each
and make sure that shit goes up.
And then put C4 right in the middle. When that shit blows up, it's like
that's a good idea.
It blows that way. You get a bunch of shrapnel.
Wait, that is a great idea because whoever you
and that shit burns the fuck down too.
No, because whoever you pay to like build your house and like you just tell the cops like, I didn't know he put that shit in my walls. Like, I didn't know there was a bomb there. I've been
officer, I did not know there was C4 and napalm on my wall, bro.
You go to the bunker and you fucking blow up your house and you're like, you call 911 on the other phone. You're like, yo, soldiers broke in my house and just blew my shit up.
Hey, you got fingerprints all over the clacker you used to blow that motherfucker up. I found this shit in my fucking safe room and blew that bit and clicked it and my whole house fucking exploded, bro.
Theoretically,
the contractor fucked me over.
Exactly. Theoretically,
I knew I should have finished my payment. I knew I should have cheaped out on the fucking contractor, bro.
Theoretically, you can create a lot of fake IDs. People used to do it for the.
Where are we at?
I don't know where we're going.
For the real estate, like people used to create fake IDs, and those people, the fake people, would buy houses and then they would sell them for more expensive, whatever, make profit, whatever the fuck they did. They could create them easily. You could create a fake ID and say that person built my house and put all these explosives in it. Okay, and then when it blows up,
this ID look just like you
blew my house. What?
Why does this person this ID, this person looks exactly like you?
Bro,
you don't have to do that, dude.
Unless it's AI generated, they're gonna reverse image that shit and be like, man, so this dude that lives in fucking Wisconsin on Facebook, this dude that fucking do this shit.
Bro, it's actually gonna have Timu on the back and be like, purchased from blah 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 from Mississippi. It'll be like, bro, you ain't faking shit, bro.
Alright, well then just say your neighbor helped you build your house and they put that shit in there.
Well, how about we just don't build a safe room, and if the government comes to your ass, just blow that shit up with you in it. Fuck it, right?
That's it.
It's over anyway.
Open it up.
We would never hurt anybody just to be...
Yeah, this is all theoretical. Not real.
What's the next topic?
I don't know. Yeah, y'all got
to just keep talking about blowing up government agents.
We're not doing that.
Let's just go through the chat real quick.
Yeah, because I need to tell you something about this guy here. He may be one of the ATF here. No, seriously. It says,
Who cares? Stop swearing.
It says, no reason to swear. Next one says, stop swearing. Who is this guy, man? Who cares?
Yo, bro.
Will, you just said invitation.
Fuck you, dude. Don't say stop swearing in our podcast, bro.
It's their day off, I think. No, we're going to lift later. They are, isn't it?
I got fucking, I got a light chest there today.
I got legs.
Oh.
I might have fucking put C4 on my walls, bro, after leg day.
PG-13.
He looks like a youth pastor on probation.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Are we giving away the stash, the cross necklace, or the two?
It's the stash for sure. I've seen a lot of youth ministers like you, man. A lot of them. And they all were not too good at people.
Yeah, all mug shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's actually a list of them. All right.
Bro, speaking of, bro, I was one day I was at the gym and I was like, I'm gonna look up the fucking sexual predator list.
Yeah, in your area.
While you're in the gym, like mid set, like
because there's people.
No, when I was working at the gym.
Oh, okay.
I was just sitting there. I was building.
Saying who's gonna come in.
No, I was just interested.
The predators going down.
Dude, I looked that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 3 people on there that we don't know.
Oh yeah, I've looked it up too around here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you're gonna pull that shit up after
For
this
real.
shit.
Well, there's
can
one.
look at it,
You already know one of them that's on there, 100%. You can probably guess.
They're not young.
I bet I got 2 that probably on there, but
They're not young though. They're older.
No, one of them's like our age.
Oh,
a year older than me, or a year younger than me.
Oh wait, yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Y'all, once I say it, y'all
Yeah,
gonna know.
no.
all right.
Y'all gonna know.
We'll talk about this.
He's
after.
Me.
Whoa!
Spoilers, bro.
The guy in the picture.
I take a piss by the playground one time, and they got my ass, bro.
I knew I seen a mugshot. Somebody wear that exact same cap, man.
Nah, bro, I'm sorry, I'm styling on these motherfuckers in the mugshot.
All right. Any other like actual topic y'all got?
I don't know, man. You got the list of topics.
I
Yeah,
got
bro,
no list of topics.
So there's this really
okay.
cool contraption, and I know Will was interested in
That's
this
some
earlier.
bullshit.
So there's this thing, right? I know, Will, you probably want to hear about this. So you can attach it to your groin area.
Yes.
And the tip
Yeah.
has
All right.
attachment.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have a good
Stick your-
morning or good night whenever you're watching this. I'll see you in the next one.
And